I have never ever spoken to audience in Middle East. I've been like pretty much more or less around the globe and spoke to different audiences, and each time it was a journey, but never in Middle East. So I just don't know what it means, and this is your home market, and so I can't wait. I can't wait.
Hello everyone, my name is Akshat and today I'm going to talk about the public speaking for developers. I come from a Middle East region and as Oleg asked about how the Middle East region is different from the other part of the world. So it's quite the same. The only difference is the people. Even humans are the same. They have 2 years. Yeah. So, so majorly it depends on the natural understanding and how somebody wants to understand this. So it depends on your audience. So you prepare a different kind of content for the different audience. So I'm from India. So how in India things work is that you prepare something, a content which is more sentimental, more family drama, and then you are able to sell it. So the same way in the Middle East region, people are really loyal to their brands. So they love that how you are going to change their lives. So when you are selling it, either it's a developer related product, either your APIs. So you have to connect with them. You have to make them feel comfortable and you have to really think of the after sales. So this is the major difference between you can think of a different part of the world with the MENA region. So today I'm going to cover the public speaking guide which can allow you to speak within the next few weeks. This is what I want you, or else please feel free to drop this YouTube channel or at least my talk, because if you are not going to speak within next few weeks, this talk has no benefit. Seriously. So please continue if you are really going to speak within next few weeks. So this is me, Akshat Sharma. I'm a senior developer advocate at Tradeling Dubai. So what is Tradeling? So we are building a B2B e-commerce platform for specifically for the MENA region. The same way Alibaba is trying to solve the complex problem for the different world, Tradeling is trying to solve the complex problem B2B. B2B think like Walmart and Amazon trading with each other through the Tradeling for this region. We are based in Dubai. Dubai is a very nice city. The people are really nice. It is a very cosmopolitan place. So I will urge you that after the COVID era, you should at least once visit Dubai, at least once. It's a very special city and you will love it. So what are my passions? I'm passionate about the technical evangelism. I am passionate about the skyrocketing engineers. Skyrocketing engineers means an engineer is here. I make sure that engineer reaches at least 10 or 1x or 2x becomes. So my major aim is I'm a kind of an engineering garbage collector. I do a lot of things. I do code. Someday I'm doing the HR related work. Someday I'm speaking to somebody. So I do a lot of things. But majorly the main role which I'm playing is to skyrocketing the engineers. And how I do so means every day. So how I refresh my knowledge, it's by continuous learning and by speaking. Speaking doesn't mean that I'm speaking here, but speaking can be anywhere. I do one-on-one with my engineer. I do talk with my leadership team. I do talk with my partners. I do talk with my previous colleagues. So speaking means you are sharing your knowledge. I do mentorship. I do participate in a lot of events where I personally do the mentorship, mainly for the college student, for the school students. And it's quite fun. You learn a lot. And I organize and participate in the hackathon. This is my major way of refreshing my knowledge. Now, coming back to the topic. So it will be quite the same in all the same points which were mentioned by the Laura, but I think this is something best way because I will like to re-emphasize the same points which will help you in actually following the path. We are talking the same way and the same point, that is speaking fearful. I'm going to cover this and why speaking matters, and how we should choose a topic, and how we should grab the speaking opportunity. And then I will give you some practical tips. There are three ways: pre talks, on the D day, and post talks. So this will help you in covering what you need to do and how you need to plan. And of course, this is not a complete guide, but at least a basic guide which actually helps me once I'm preparing. At least it will help you in preparing once you are going for your first or initial talks, and then it will be easy. So, is speaking fearful? Yes. For some people, yes. And how you remove that fear is by having a overall understanding of the topic. So look at this tweet where the Kent asked the question that give me some tips of speaking, and then the Dan replies, focus on one idea you want to plant in their head. The same thing I followed personally, and I thought that when I will be started speaking today, what I'm going to talk about. Now, then I thought about it, and then I took it like, I want you to speak. This is the major idea. I want you to speak, or else don't continue this talk or this session. So the major takeaway here is, try to know your audience and try to understand that how you can help them. What do you want? How you want to enable them? So this is the major thing which will automatically remove your fear of speaking, because then you will have the courage, then you have the problem, and then only you can bring the solution. Speaking is not the problem. The problem is the knowledge you want to impart to your audience. The next part is why speaking matters. So there are, in my opinion, there are four things. So first of all, it accelerates your communication skills. Communication skills doesn't mean that only speaking, but communication is a different way of getting, or you can say that communication is a very bigger picture of the negotiation, of the problem, of the solution. A lot of things happen in between those communications. So it really helps when you speak, you improve those skills, and it helps your audience in getting started, and you automatically get some followers, some people who start following you, your tweets, they start asking something, and then you get back to your own study room, and which will improve your learning as well. And it helps you demonstrating your knowledge or expertise. And once you demonstrate your knowledge and the expertise, boom, done. People start getting what Laura mentioned was how she got into the next talk, is that she went to one talk, and she impressed the audience as well as the organizer, and then she got the another chance. So just demonstrate. It will help you in demonstrating your knowledge. So major takeaway here is the speaking helps you in demonstrating your knowledge. Now, once you means this is the one of the major thing, that I can speak, but I don't know what to speak. Now, although this is not showing it you properly, but identify your core skills. For me, it's like, I am coding in the JavaScript. I know about the JavaScript. If you are into UI UX, think about that, what you can speak in the UI UX, DevOps. So, and then start evangelizing your knowledge. Evangelizing your knowledge means just start propagating your knowledge to the world by writing something, by liking something, by retweeting something, by participating in the meetups. Do whatever you can to show that you are actually interested in that core skill or a subject. But please don't be a COVID expert. Yeah. This means we are not doctors, but we are engineers, and we should focus on solving the problem which is already there. So major takeaway here is start identifying your core skills from today onwards. If you are not good in that skills, it's fine. Whether you can speak on the introductory part or not, I think that is enough. So try to identify what you are in good at and grab the speaking opportunity. As Laura mentioned, there are call for papers. CFP means call for papers. It's very simple process. There are many events. It is something like you want to take an admission in a college or a school. You identify that event, you submit a proposal, and of course, 99% you will get a rejection. And somehow you will get the acceptance. Just, I don't know, but you will learn this process automatically. You will learn it yourself after multiple rejection. The rejection is the major part of learning. So keep them coming 100 times, 200 times, because the more rejection, the fruitful your acceptance will be. And then get ready to speak. So this is a simple CFP form, how the event organizer call for the papers. So they give you there are two ways of it. Either they will ask you to prepare something on a topic, or either they will give you a complete problem statement that we want you to speak on this thing. And then you propose, then you will prepare something. I want to show you a dummy form. Once, like this is a event form, that how you need to submit a call for paper. You submit a title, you write it elevator pitch, you select the audience level, you add the description, you add the note, you add the tags, and you add your Twitter handle and all other information which is required by the organizers, so that they can understand whether you can deliver those talks or no. If they understand that you have the knowledge and you can deliver, they will surely accept your proposal. So now coming back to our to our talk, that somehow your talks, once you will keep on submitting, then of course before submitting something, you need to subscribe to a speaking opportunity. Like there are specific alerts that you can subscribe to the paper call, you can subscribe to the sessionize, as Laura mentioned. So Mozilla Tech call for papers. So there are different websites or the forums where you can subscribe at, which will automatically keep on sending you the reminders of the call for paper. And after the several rejection, you will somehow get the success. And tada, you got the success. So now how you will be preparing those things. So coming back again, so think of one idea that you want to plant in the audience, and keep your talk or keep your slides concise and make it more like a conversational notes. Because the thing is, your audience will connect you in two ways. And now in the COVID times, a lot of talks will be happening only on the Zoom or a video sessions. So you have to think of different type of audience. So start evangelizing and socializing through your LinkedIn, through your Facebook, on whatever platforms you have the great following at, and do the R&D for the topic. And be original. Don't try to fake anything from a content, from an accent. What matters is that how good you are in, and what is the depth of the knowledge you have. And then always be ready for the failures. Somehow on that day, the Wi-Fi won't work, or your PPT will be lost, or something will go wrong. So always be ready for this. So now, once you are prepared for it, on the D-Day, on the deliverable day, you have to always make sure that you get familiar with the location, with the tools and the technologies. Always test the links. Always keep the plan be in the mind, that what if something goes wrong here. Always make a direct eye contact with your audience. Even though I'm not making it, but I should make it. And if you are nervous, then accept it and keep on doing the right thing. It's a human nature. In the first, second, third, fourth, this will happen, and somehow this will become your power. And speak confidently. If you are if you are somewhere you are not aware about the topic, what you have to speak next, don't say just just keep silent, and the things will start getting into your head automatically. And finally, once you are done with your talk, you should spread the word and the jam with the word. It's a different way. Now you have achieved something, so make yourself proud, make yourself feel good, and write your experience with your word. Make connections, talk with those people who have attended your event, and make sure they are connected with you on the different channels, and socialize and evangelize about your topic. This is really necessary. The post event is the make or break thing, that whether you will get your next call or no. So always make sure you follow that and you evangelize whatever you have done. Either if it is not a very good talk, evangelize it, socialize it. This will help you in getting the feedbacks. And finally, I want to conclude myself. It's like speaking is a very important thing, to let the world know what you are good at. So make sure you speak. Even though you can't speak, write it. So let people know your knowledge and evangelize it. And don't stop after rejection. Rejection are the main key for your learning. If you stop at the rejection, somehow you have stopped learning. And make connections, be original. That's all. And I hope that this wasn't too boring. Thank you. And these are my links. Feel free to write your feedbacks or queries here. I will also share the link with the YouTube channel. And thank you, everyone.
It was fun. It was fun. I especially liked the nervousness part. What about you, Veronica, Laura? Like if you're nervous, this is fine. This is fine. Just keep being nervous.
I very agree with that. And at the beginning, I thought like, okay, that never gonna change. You're always gonna be nervous, like before you're talking. But with the time, it at least a bit reduces. It at least a bit reduces, or maybe you're getting comfortable that, okay, maybe something doesn't gonna work, but you will survive that or something, and that's gonna be done. It's not so. I'm gonna be afraid. Yeah.
I got my first feedback from my colleague, and he's saying you were too good. I humbly take this feedback, but you are my colleague, so that's why I want other people to share this.
There are two things that really helped me with my nervousness. The first time I spoke, it was an international conference. It was Get Merge in Belgium, so I had done a bunch of travel, and I was really scared. So I was kind of nervous energy bouncing up and down. And one of the organizers came up to me behind the stage a few minutes before I went on. She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, I'm fine. And she's like, just exactly, just like that. That was my face. And she's like, "Veronica, you've already done the work. We already chose you. You're going to be great. The audition is over. You just need to go and do your thing now." And that helped me a lot. The second thing I may have already forgotten because maybe I'm nervous answering this question, but maybe it'll come back. Who knows?